Welcome to the G Show. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how the U.S. is prepping for nuclear fallout from Putin making threats. So apparently, Vladimir Putin from Soviet Union, Russia, kind of made a threat, apparently back as far as February 27th, about, the country's nuclear force have been placed on high alert. So apparently this has been going on for a couple months now as far as like his threat. But this new article was just posted recently, and it's titled "The U.S. Preps for Nuclear Fallout," and how the U.S. purchased an anti-radiation drug called Nplate, and radiation emergency information posters have been posted on the line path trains in New Jersey and New York. And so it says, the article starts off by saying the potential for a nuclear Armageddon has seemingly increased in recent months, much to the confusion and worry of some of the American public. So later down in the article, basically, it goes on to state about how the Department of Health and Human Services announced the spending of $290 million on an anti-radiation drug called Nplate to add to the country's stockpile for radiological and nuclear emergencies. And basically, it's used to treat, apparently Nplate is also known as romiplostim, romiplostim, and it's used to treat low blood platelet counts. So, for people that have been exposed to radiation, is what it says in the article. So, that's what that is for. And that's what that's for. And then later in the article, and I'll post links to this article, it has a picture about the signs that have been posted in New Jersey and New York, and the train stations. Basically, it has 3 little pictures on there. And first one is get inside. The second one is stay inside. And the third one is stay tuned. So the get inside, you may be asked to get inside a building, take shelter for a period of time. This is called sheltering in place. Get to the middle of a building or a basement away from doors. Bring pets inside. Then under stay inside, it says staying inside can reduce your exposure to radiation. Lock windows and doors. Take a shower. Wipe exposed parts of your body with a damp cloth. Drink bottled water. Eat food out of sealed containers. And then stay tuned. Emergency officials are trained and respond to disaster situations or provide specific actions to keep you out of harm's way. So that's what's on the sign that they're posting in the path for the train stations in New Jersey and New York. Now, if I'm a train rider and I saw something like that, I would be concerned. That would definitely give me some, I don't want to say anxiety, because it can. Like, at this point, with the way the world is going, that definitely can give somebody some anxiety. Definitely is not comforting to, just be chilling, doing your everyday commute or whatever. And, you just happen to look over at the sign or whatever while you waiting on a train, and you see some stuff like that. Like, why, first thing crossed my head, why do I have to worry about some radiation? Like, in this day and age, you wouldn't think that we would be thinking about nuclear weapons being used when we know the damage that dropping the nuclear bomb in Japan caused. I'm sure everyone has saw the video of when that bomb was dropped in Japan, and, saw the images of the effects of the bomb. And if you haven't, I don't know how you haven't, but if you haven't, you should pause this video, or after this video, look it up. And I don't know how anyone can see the damage that has caused, the effects that has caused, knowing all the harm that had did and would think that in this day and age that we still need to be threatening people with nuclear weapons. The fact that nuclear weapons still exist is insane to me. I would have thought, we would have got rid of all this stuff, but apparently not. So that took me to another article by Scientific America, because I was trying to find out why nuclear weapons still exist. And the article is titled, "How Many Nuclear Weapons Exist and Who Has Them?" And this was dated on March 22nd, 2022. I'll also link this. And essentially, it's 9 countries that have it. So the 9 countries that have the nuclear weapons, where is it? Okay. The 9 nuclear states are China, France, India, Israel, North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, the UK, and the United States. In total, they're estimating that all of those 9 countries have a total of 13,000 nuclear warheads. Now, this is a decrease, because apparently back in 1967, the U.S. by itself had 31,225. So the fact that 9 whole countries has 13,000, and just back in 67, the U.S. by itself had 31,000 plus, they have decreased it, but they're not totally gone. So Russia has about 6,257 nuclear warheads, and the U.S. has about 5,550 nuclear warheads. So that's the numbers on that. So basically, those two have all the damn nuclear weapons, essentially. If the total of all 9 countries 13,000, and those 2 countries got that much, is the other countries really ain't got nothing, essentially. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and total that up real quick. So 6,257 plus an estimated 5,550. That's 11,807 right there. And if they're estimating that all 9 have 13,000, that just means the other 7 countries combined have just under 1,200. Just under 1,200. So if it's going to be a nuclear war game, it's going to be between the U.S. and Russia. However, it's crazy in this day and time that we're even thinking about this, because like I said, if you have saw the videos about the bomb that got dropped on Japan, it is insane to me that we even are still having these type of weapons and even thinking about shooting these type of weapons at another country, knowing the type of damage it does. So I continue to read, and a couple things in this article took me for shock. So one of the questions was, how quickly can a nuclear weapon be deployed? And to my surprise, basically Russia and the U.S., they have some nuclear weapons ready to go in under 15 minutes. So within 15 minutes, they have it where they can launch a nuclear weapon. And that's crazy to me, because for one, to have a nuclear weapon ready to go like that means it's probably an insane amount of money that you have to spend to keep that ready to go at all times. We already spent a crazy amount on the military. That's a whole nother video. We spent an insane amount of money on that. But think about it. You got a nuclear weapon ready to go in under 15 minutes at all times. That is insane. Knowing the type of damage that a nuclear weapon can do, that is insane to me. Now, the other countries like China, Israel, India, and Pakistan, apparently they keep their nuclear weapons in a central storage, which means they have to be taken out and then made it to their delivery systems in a crisis. And apparently In the article, it states that can take days or even weeks to arrange. That is a little more comforting because at least with a process like that, as they're getting, to the process of from the point of, we're finna use our nuclear weapon to getting it ready to go, maybe something can come in there in between there where discussions happen like, okay, we don't need to use the nuclear weapon. We changed our mind. Something can, stop that. But when you have something ready to go in 15 minutes and you already got your mindset, like, that's dangerous. Very dangerous. And then they had another section that talks about how powerful they are. And so the U.S. most powerful bomb apparently is the B-83. And it has a maximum yield of 1.2 megatrons, which makes it 60 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped in Japan in 1945. Like I said, if you saw the video, you have saw how much damage that bomb did in Japan. Now imagine a bomb like that, 60 times more powerful than a bomb like that. That's crazy. That's insane when you think about it. But check this out. Russia has an even more crazier bomb than that. Russia has the Tsar bomber. I think I'm pronouncing that semi-correctly. TSAR space BOMBA, Tsar bomber. Anyway, that has a yield of 50 megatrons. So we have went from the U.S. of 1.2 megatrons, their biggest bomb, U.S. being 1.2, to Russia's 50 megatrons. That is a huge jump, which makes that equal to 2,500 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped in Japan. That is crazy. 2,500 times more powerful? That is insane. Considering we are on alert from the president from that country that has this most powerful bomb, that is concerning. Very concerning. Very concerning because, he's currently at war with the Ukraine, and I haven't been keeping up with that, but, he clearly just doing what he wanted to do there. And I'm not going to put it past him. However, at this point, I would think in our lifetime, we're not going to have to deal with this because they know what kind of damage it can cause. If they wipe out a whole country, it has going to have global effects somehow, some way. All these countries do business with each other. And even if they don't do business directly with one country, it can be another country they do business with that does business with that country that they're trying to eliminate, destroy with the bomb. And then that has effect on them. It's all going to be a domino effect. So, the fact, like I said from earlier, the fact we still have nuclear weapons is crazy. The fact that, just the fact we have nuclear weapons is still crazy. The fact that anyone can even think about using them, knowing the type of damage it can cause, is insane. I don't know. And I'm probably gonna look this up now. More on that, I know how powerful their two most powerful nuclear weapons are. These are hydrogen bombs. How, if that was to drop somewhere, what is the spread of that? What does that look like? Because I'm a visual person, so I need to know what 50 megatrons looks like. I need to know how big will the circle effect be from the point of impact. How far is that radiation going to go out? Because, when you look at the bomb in Japan, it drops. And then if that circle effect spreads out, I need to know how big can that be. So if they aim that shit at New York, what is going to be the effect? If they aim it in California, wherever the hell they aim it at in the U.S., how much of the U.S. is going to feel it? And if we are all just out of there. Because that's concerning. That's very concerning. So yeah, apparently something got to be, serious. I mean, like I said, 200 in the grand scheme of things for for a country, I guess 290 million. That's a lot, but it's not like a lot, because we do trillions and billions. So it's, it's something. I'm more concerned about the fact that they're putting up the signs. That's more concerning to me than anything. I would have to do more research to find out why Putin is making the threats with the nuclear bomb. Like what exactly, is the reason for his threats per se. And if, if I mean, I don't want to say they're empty threats because, the country looks like it's taking their threats seriously. But then again, this is a country that is, has a crazy military budget, that just has crazy military guns for, just be chilling. So I don't know. Like I said, I would like to think in our day and age, this is not something we have to worry about. However, it can be comforting to Americans in New York and New Jersey. Let's take the train as a commute every day to see signs like that. That would be concerning. It's like we just can't catch a break. We just been dealing with a worldwide pandemic for the past couple of years. We finally just really, I would say this summer at least, like really, really getting outside because, they got the vaccines and everyone's comfortable out their masks. I feel like I'm the only one that still wears one. But basically, everyone's comfortable, kind of, after being cooped up for a couple years and all these regulations, when you finally get outside, but then hell, now you got to deal with the high prices of rent and the inflation is kicking ass out here. So it's like we finally got let outside to try to comfortably go back to living our lives like regular, but then it's kind of like not like regular because the inflation is so damn high. But, hey, at least you can, still be outside, kind of live comfortably. And then, you got to go to worrying about stuff like, a nuclear bomb. That's, it can't be, the most comforting thing. So let me know your thoughts on the whole situation with the nuclear bomb. You think it's empty threats? You think Putin is really about that life? Do you think all the countries should give up their nuclear bombs? How insane is it? Do you think that Russia's most powerful bomb is the fact that they have that and produce that? Like, that's crazy to me. I'm gonna go look that up right now. Just let me know your thoughts. Or are you concerned? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think it's nothing we have to worry about, it's just empty threats? Let me know. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time.